The next ratio which we are going to discuss in this video is proprietary ratio. The formula of proprietary ratio is equal to equity upon total assets. Now, what does this ratio depict? The more the ratio, the more shall be the sound, or you can say financial position, strong, right? The more strengthy the organization will be called, because equity means your owned funds, right? And fixed assets, total assets, are all the non-current assets as well as the current assets. That means how much total assets you have bought till now and what were your own owned funds, that is your own capital which you have invested in the business, right? Now coming to the depiction part, the answer can be in the form of, if you say 0.6:1, you can also calculate in percentage, right? And in percentage you can directly multiply it by 100 and you will get answer as that means equity upon total assets, and into 100 you will be getting answer in the percentage form. So it can be both ways. So from here the segregation starts, that which ratios are to be depicted in which form. That means it has to be written in the ratio or proportion form or as a percentage, and in further you will find that the answer comes in other terms also, right? There can be many other units. Now looking into one question for this proprietary ratio, we can you can say we can take this one, 35th illustration number 35. Equity share capital is given, preference share capital is given, reserves and surplus is given. So I require proprietary ratio. First thing I require is equity, and for the denominator part I require total assets. For equity I can write equity share capital of 2 lakhs plus preference share capital of 4,75,000, reserves and surplus of 50,000. All the three are the part of equity upon. If I start finding out that what are the total assets amount, it I find is fixed assets, non-trade assets and current assets. So that means 7 lakh fixed assets plus 2,35,000 non-trade investments and 1 lakh current assets. Now if you see creditors and bank loan, these are what? Either they are current liabilities or it is a long-term liability which is not to be used for this part, right? So you can total out, it comes out to 2 lakh plus 4,75,000 plus 50,000, which comes out to 7,25,000 upon 7 lakhs plus 2,35,000 plus 1 lakh, which comes out to 10,34,000, right? If you divide, you find it comes out to 0.7011%. 0.7011 is to 1, or you can also write 70%. Right? So this was a very easy ratio. You just need to know the formula, and the other calculation can be done very easily. The next ratio which we are going to cover is interest coverage ratio. These are the 4 ratios which we have covered under the solvency part. The first one, which was debt equity ratio, second one was debt to total assets, third is proprietary, which is equity upon total assets, and the fourth one is interest coverage ratio. The formula of interest coverage ratio is EBIT upon I. You can also write PBIT. It is one and the same thing. E stands for earnings and P stands for profit. What is the full form? PBIT means profit before interest and tax, which we used in the, I hope you remember, the comparative and the common size part. You will reduce the interest first of all. You will be having the balancing figure called PBT. Then you will reduce the tax. You will get PAT, that is profit after tax. The same terminology which we used in the previous chapter. It is the whole same thing, right? Now in the question you require EBIT, that means the first proportion and the interest part. But obviously if you require this in the question, you shall be either having this information or this, and you need to calculate it with the vice versa method, so that you calculate PBIT first, right? So the questions as per the questions demand, you will have to use the information. Now coming to the next question, which is illustration number 37, I would like to use one thing more. The answer, whatever it comes, it has to be in times. This shows that if you have to pay 10,000 interest and you are having 1 lakh EBIT, that means you are earning profits of 1 lakh before paying any interest. That means you are 10 times stronger as a position. If we talk about the company, you can easily pay the interest charges. That means you are earning 10 times more than you need to pay the interest. So more the ratio, that means more the times answer comes, that means more the more sound the organization shall be called. Now coming to the 37th one, in the question you will find that PAT, that is profit after interest and tax, is given 1,98,000. I will just use this information. PAT 1,98,000. I'll write in front of that. Rate of income tax is given 40%. Now what happens is 40% is always applied on PBT. That means if we see that 100 is PBT, 40% reduce होने के बाद it comes out to 60. That means this 1,98,000 is equal to 60%. So I want full value, that is of 100%. What will I do? 1,98,000, right, upon 60 into 100. I will get 3,30,000, which is the amount of PBT, right? If I want to get the tax amount also, I can calculate 40% of this, which will come to 1,32,000, right? And when you total these, you will get the total amount, right? That means you will need to reduce the 330 minus 1,32,000 and you will get 198. Now for I, in the question the information is 15% debentures of 2 lakh rupees. This is the face value of debentures, but we require interest. Interest is what? 15%. So 15% of 2 lakhs. It comes out to 30,000. Now I require PBIT, so I will have to add on 330 with 30,000, which comes out to 360, right? So in the question which I need to use is PBIT and upon 30,000. This comes out to 12 times. That means this is a good organization which is capable enough of paying the organization. There are not much questions of ICR. There are only 2 questions. You can complete them and then you can watch the next video. Thank you.